Patriot, where we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize, but if we must, we would only do it on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. My brother, my sister, here we are not neutral. Never. We have only taken the side of the truth. That is the side we have taken. Yes, we have taken sides. The side of the truth. That is why we keep saying we are the headquarters of the truth. And my name, Blakk Rasta. Now today we have a number of issues I need us to go through, and I need you to come along. Number one is taken from Ghana word. And I read, it says, Bawumia has not shifted blame. Nana Komia replies, Paul Grave, Buache Dankwa. And I read, former deputy chairman of Dr. Bawumia's campaign team, Nana Komia has taken a swipe at former government spokesperson Dr. Paul Grave Buache Dankwa over the criticism of the former vice president of Ghana. Dr. Paul Grave Buache Dankwa, former government spokesperson on governance and security under the Akufo-Addo administration, in an open letter condemned Dr. Bawumia for what to him is his attempt to dissociate himself from policies by the previous government, such as the e-levy and the domestic debt exchange program, amongst others, that led to the new Patriotic Party's defeat in the 2024 elections. Now, Dr. Buache Dankwa, who is now in the camp of former presidential aspirant Kennedy Japan, reprimanded Dr. Bawumia, saying Bawumia's claim that he opposed the e-levy, a highly controversial tax policy, is inconsistent with his silence during his introduction and passage, despite public outcry and its significant impact on Ghanaians. He added, as vice president, he had a platform to voice dissent or influence policy, but chose not to, only to later claim opposition when it suited his political ambitions. Bawumia's failure to publicly address or mitigate the DDEP's impact, while now implying he was not fully responsible, reeks of opportunism and undermines the administration's collective accountability. Now, responding to these blistering attacks on the former Vice President Nana Komia, in a statement cited by Ghana Web, was utterly amazed that the former government spokesperson could purport such things against Dr. Bawumia. He therefore sought to clarify issues while deflating Paul Grave Buache Dankwa's argument. He explained that nowhere during Dr. Bawumia's ongoing thank you tour has he shifted blame for the NPP's 2024 election defeat. My surprise is born by the fact that Dr. Bawumia did no such thing in his interaction with party folks in the ongoing thank you tour. He replied, adding that Dr. Bawumia's comments during his tour were premised on the Mike Okwe's report, which looked into the causes of the party's defeat. Dr. Bawumia is the biggest coward this nation has ever had. Dirty coward. In fact, as I sit here right now, I don't feel like talking. I am so angry. I just want to walk out of the studio and go and rest. For the sake of decency, my brother, my sister. Bawumia should bow down his head in shame. Such a dirty coward. My brother, now, in the run-up to the election, you remember how many times I came on radio to tell Bawumia, listen, if truly you don't represent all these policies, what stops you from dissociating yourself from them right now? Better still, walking out as the vice president of the nation. But the coward and opportunist decided to sit back, silent. My brother, my sister, dumb, silent, hoping that they could still go around and win the elections with more lies, looking down on Ghanaians. My brother, the NPP took Ghanaians for a joke. The NPP never respected the sentiments of Ghanaians. That was why I came out boldly and told Ghanaians, should this party win in the elections again and retain power, then I know that you are numb to suffering, and I, Blakk Rasta, will not be part of this group. I will leave the country with my dogs, my goats, my sheep. Every pet that I have will follow me wherever I go. They don't deserve to continue being in a country of liars, cheats, robbers, and criminals. Today, Bawumia comes to tell us, no, there's a certain report called the Mike Okoye report. The coward is hiding behind the Mike Okoye report and unashamedly pushing out more cowardice. Bawumia spoke against e-levy before e-levy came into being. But when it mattered most, political expediency, he agreed, knowing very well that silence certainly means consent. His party flew people from all walks of life. MPs who were even sick, on the brink of death, my brother, my sister, were flown out of America in chartered flights and brought down to Ghana to vote. Kennedy Japan on my mind. That is why sometimes when Kennedy Japan is and talking, I support him. My brother, my sister, the cowardly Bawumia sat back and watched e-levy slapping our cringing brows. He sat back and watched the arrogance that they rule this nation with. My brother, my sister, he walked behind the president exuding arrogance and power drunkenness. He never uttered a word, the coward that he is. As for Bawumia, if I were you, I will keep quiet and go into a certain cave like a hermit and never speak again till the end of time. You are such a coward. Very bad coward, my brother, my sister. And I am angry. You sat back. Those of us who supported you in the beginning, hoping that you will be your own man, you became a stooge, a coward, a man, my brother, my sister, who became the epitome of lies. Such a dirty coward. He was just so happy being vice president for 8 solid years. My brother, my sister, where the party needed to do a dirty job, Bawumia was the one who was sent in there to do that. That's why I call him the dirty coward. He went to Cape Coast, lied to the people there that his government was going to build them an airport and a port, only for his boss to go in there, Nana Akufo-Addo, to tell them, who made that promise? Me? Never. We never even thought about it. To save face, a few days later, he went with his tails under his dwarfish legs and told the people, hey, yes, we are actually going to do A, B, C, D, E, F. You think we are little children? Even kindergarten children will not swallow this bait. Today, here is Bawumia that I see in a videotape saying that The DDEP caused them to go into opposition. And above all, he said they increased petrol prices, fuel prices a few days to election. What did you say about that? You are a coward who should never be the president of this nation. I don't like you because you are a coward. And whoever supports this coward, my brother, my sister, is doing that at his own detriment. Can you believe this? Where is the warrior in you? The man who said he was so good enough to rule this nation, sat back and watched the people suffering and sinking like the Titanic under the weight of taxes and arrogance in power. Today, Bawumia has a mouth to speak. And the stooges around him too are trying to defend his cowardice. Jesus have mercy. Look, Bawumia, coward Bawumia, please, enough of this nonsense. Enough of the cowardice. Enough of the lies. Enough of the irresponsible behavior. My brother, if you can sit back and watch all these taxes, the economies that you claim you are, how detrimental these would be to our economy and our country. You never uttered a word. You were busy dancing off beat on your campaign trail. You were busily spreading money all over the place. None of the stooges around you could tell you in the face what I'm telling you. Then you need to go for rebaptism. No amount of holy oil can wash Bawumia clean. No amount of holy water can wash Bawumia clean. No amount of rugutu can wash this man clean. You have dented your image to the point that it got broken. And I wonder if Ghanaians can ever forgive you for this heinous act that you meted out to Ghanaians who trusted you. Enough! It's enough. Go into oblivion with Nana Akufo-Addo, your boss. Ghanaians don't care where you want to hide yourselves. Now the next thing I want to look at is quite interesting. And I need you to come along. This, I'm also reading from Ghana Word, and it says, more years of opposition for you. Stan Dogbe mocks pained NPP members. Jesus have mercy. And I read, now the Deputy Chief of Staff in charge of operations at the Office of the President, Stan Jose Dogbe, has taken a swipe at members of the opposition New Patriotic Party over their handling of their defeat in the 2024 general elections. In a post shared on X on Sunday, that's yesterday, April 27, 2025, Stan Dogbe suggested that the NPP is still in pain months after their shambolic performance in the 2024 general elections. He said that anytime he meets members, he mocks them for always crying over their humiliating defeat to President John Dramani Mahama. The MPP is still yet to come to terms with the humiliating defeat inflicted on them by Ghana's most favorite leader, John Dramani Mahama, in the December 2024 elections. As a key player in the NDC and the Mahama, the president team, they laugh when I meet them and they are crying about the pain of the defeat. The Deputy Chief of Staff wrote. He went on to advise NPP members to brace themselves for more years in opposition. Now, when the focus is at laughing at people who have been defeated, when the focus is on winning more and more elections, rather than looking at the welfare of the people, you suffer the same fate as the defeated. or the vanquished. Blakk Rasta, say it again. Look, Standogbe, with all love and respect, John Dramani Mahama is truly the favorite leader of the people. But he can lose it with some of these nonchalant comments. You are laughing at the party that you have defeated so soon. What have you done? So you can look back at these and say, okay, look at what we have done. So we are laughing at you. It's early days yet, my brother. And if you listen to me, I don't know how old you are. Probably as an elder brother, or a younger brother, or a colleague. My brother, my sister, we should be careful how we quickly want to bury seeds. The NPP could easily return with such mockery. The more you mock them, the more Ghanaians become sympathetic of them. This is common sense. The Ghanaian society is very, very religious, my brother, and every politician should know this. When you win over an opponent, humbly walk away, celebrate in humility, and walk away. If you keep taunting the defeated or the vanquished, if you keep mocking the defeated or the vanquished, the tables are going to turn. Naturally, they are going to win sympathy votes. How many people agree with me? My brother, my sister, stop doing this. Concentrate on giving Ghanaians a run for their money. They voted for you during the elections overwhelmingly, despite all the cheating by the incumbent that we were told. You still rose like a column of mercury on heat in the mercury thermometer. My brother, my sister, why are you laughing at them? You have been in opposition for 8 solid years. You did so well by bringing the party together, even though disintegrative forces tried as much as possible to tear you apart and asunder. You came together, my brother, my sister, and won the elections. We all remember how Dufour and the rest, by their behavior, almost broke away from this party. If, by the grace of the Almighty, on the life of John Dramani Mahama, you have been able to stay intact and have been able to make this impact, you should be grateful to God and channel all energy in building the nation's economy, in uniting your own Ghanaians who were divided on tribal lines and even party lines. It's not time to mock anybody. I don't intend elongating this editorial. Standogbe, please, with all respect, celebrate in humility. Stay away from GS, doubts, and mockery. A word to the wise is enough. If I were you, we would rather be pushing to do more for Ghanaians. John Mahama has only one term by our constitution right now. My brother, my sister, work hard. Deal with the problems of the people. Galamsey, Boku troubles, and so on and so forth. Then at the end of the day, you can heave a sigh of relief. And if you want to laugh, then we'll consider you as he who laughs last. I'll leave it here. Now the final story I want to look at is equally interesting, and it has to do with Canada, Japan. My brother, my sister, from Ghana Web, I read. Shame on those who sold opportunities, including jobs and scholarships. And this is Kennedy Japan speaking. I read. Now the former NPP flag bearer hopeful, Kennedy Japan, has expressed his disdain over what he described as the selling of opportunities meant for the grassroots of the party. It is unclear whether Kennedy Japan was referring to events under the previous NPP government, but he stated that all individuals who engaged in selling jobs and opportunities, such as scholarships, to party members should be ashamed of themselves. He emphasized that the grassroots of the NPP deserve proper appreciation for their dedication to the party. Shame on those who sold opportunities, including jobs, scholarships, and more, for personal gain. Our hard-working grassroots deserved better after years of loyal service to the party. He wrote on X on Sunday, April 27, 2025. Kennedy Japan is a very interesting man. Very interesting. One thing is clear about Kennedy Japan. What is clear about Kennedy Japan? He has a heart that beats for the youth. He has a heart that drives business and wants to make a lot of millionaires in Ghana through business. That you can't take away from him. Kennedy Japan has a heart that beats for the country called Ghana. He has a heart that beats for business, to the point that sometimes he can blaspheme by saying that business is better than higher education. My brother, my sister, that is where his passion is. But may I look at this thing that Kennedy Japan said? His party sold jobs, scholarships, and other such opportunities to party foot soldiers who have supported this party all along. I have a problem with selling job opportunities and scholarships and other opportunities to any Ghanaian at all, not only party foot soldiers. Listen, it's a shame that as Ghanaians, people sell to us what legally should have belonged to us. But we limit the whole discussion to party politics. Here, Kennedy Japan is only talking about his party. Party foot soldiers should never have been sold opportunities to. So if the opportunities were sold to non-party people, would it have been right? I don't want to believe that this is what Kennedy Japan is talking about. Whether you supported the party or not, you are a Ghanaian. We all are different. Variety, my brother, my sister, is very important. That is why it is called the spice of life. If we start this kind of party rhetoric, my brother, my sister, our politics will continue to remain partisan and not patriotic. We should condemn the selling of opportunities in general to any Ghanaian and beyond. It's wrong. It's thievery. It's a scam. It's cheap. It's dirty. We shouldn't limit it to only party foot soldiers. My brother, my sister, Kennedy Japan is very predictable. He speaks with passion whether he's right or wrong, where his passion is, that is where he dedicates his energy. My brother, my sister, I'm not going to spend time on this, but let me end saying this. Until we all look beyond political parties, direct our energy to Ghana, the motherland, Ghana would only remain a white elephant, and political parties will do all the wranglings. A Ghana card in the next few years will be a useless piece of toilet paper. What would matter would be political party cards, membership cards. There are places you will go to, your Ghana card would be most useless. You have to show a political party card in order to get access. How many people agree with me? If we continue our politics like this, only thinking about our political parties. Yes, your political party helps you to get into power, but it ends there. If you campaign, my brother, my sister, nationalistically, in other words, with all your energy on the nation rather than the party, we spend too much time building our political parties rather than building our nation. When Trump came into power, he didn't say he was building the Republican Party. You know what he said? He said, America first. Look at American politics. Are you hearing Republican and Democratic, whatever, Democrats? No. You are hearing America. They are bringing policies that will make America stand out, not the Republican Party. They understand, unlike us, that the more they work for the nation, the more they build their political parties automatically, better still, simultaneously. But here, no. The more we steal from our nation, make our nation look very, very bad, claiming that some plane full of cocaine is sitting on the tarmac to discredit the nation. That is how we can build our political parties to come back into power. Such buffoonery of the highest level. No common sense. Very unreverently, my brother, my sister. Very dishonorably. Yet these are people who call themselves reverends and honorables. Reverends, honorables, my foot. Anybody who looks down on the nation, my brother, my sister, is my enemy. Equally, is the enemy of the nation. Please, let us start building our country, and by so doing, the wise people that we are, automatically our political parties will be dragged along the line of development and building. I leave it here. Yabo!